Hi everyone. As you may know, I'm migrating my personal website to Flowershow. And today I'm testing out my first pass on refactoring that. Now I've moved my old Hugo site to a digital garden style setup. However, I know some things are probably still broken. And the plan though is simple. I'm going to set it up with Flowershow, hit publish and see what works and what doesn't live. So let's get going. So first of all, let's get here. Here I am, and we're going to hit publish from Markdown. I've got my site. Let's get it in here, and I'm going to pick rufuspollock.com. There we go, and let's create the site. Now, it's syncing away. Just briefly, while it's doing that, basically, this is what it used to look like in Hugo. I will come back to that maybe. And now what it's looked like. Basically, I've got everything out of like the content folder and everything and put it up at the root. Like a classic digital garden. I've just got what I need at the bottom there. Now let's see. Still syncing away. It's quite a big site, so it will take maybe 30 seconds or so. And I'm pretty certain that some things are going to be broken. For example, I have an index file here. We'll look at it. But it's got a bunch of old... fairly raw content. It's literally moved our old Hugo file over, so it's going to be broken, I'm pretty sure. We'll have a look at that, but we'll see what else works. Okay, and so it's synced now. Took about a minute or so there. So let's visit and see what's happening. And unsurprisingly, like, I'm going to have MDX errors on the first page because I've got this stuff which is a problem in MDX. So one thing we could go fix it. We could also try finding some page that doesn't have that. So let's just see, is there any page without a talk? Let's think of something really simple, like my contact page. Okay, so the contact page is looking promising. Let's have a look at that here. Okay, so let's go to contact and see how that's rendered. Okay, so that's working well. Great, so that's promising. Let's go have a look for a moment here. Okay, so let's check some other stuff. So that was working. Maybe there's some other stuff that could be working here. Now, one of the things I'm going to do first of all actually is, well, let's do it this way. So I don't know, like many minds, like that looks quite straightforward as well. Yeah, okay, so that should work. And we can even test this one because it actually has a title and so on and so forth here that looks good. And let's have a look. So that does actually work. I've already opened that one here. And even I've got the date showing up in Flowershow already. And I've got a table of contents on my right. So it's kind of cool. I've kind of got things I'd quite like. And the interesting thing about this, I don't really need the table of content stuff that I had back breaking things in my other pages. Okay, so let's pick another one like poetry, which was also, I think, broken because we've got this stuff at the top. Um, so let's just get rid of that. I don't know why we've got trailing slashes. That's a bit annoying. There's something to work out there. But okay, so let's commit changes there. Okay, so let's have a look. This is causing this error. Let's have a look at poetry. Yay, okay. We don't, interestingly, don't have the table of contents because it doesn't pick up H1s. And this should also have a title. But okay, it's looking pretty good. If we reduce the title level, it makes me think actually something about the table of contents and how it should work with H1s or H2s. Also, back to the, let's have a look now at the index page that we had. So first I'm going to switch into here into code spaces. We've got the latest two. And what I noticed from my issue earlier, by the way, I should say, is that is the classic thing, which is we are using MDX, which is JSX. For most people, we can't use classic HTML, which is very annoying and something that actually just made an issue about, which it would be really nice if we could just kind of hack it so that like normal HTML of style and class worked. But to understand in JSX, you can't do style in the normal way. You have to do stuff like this. And we need to go fix all of the styles in the code. That's something that we could probably get, by the way, fairly automated with some AI tool now. And we will come to that. But let's have a quick look at index, which is looking a bit crazy. No wonder it's not rendering. We've got lots of wild stuff going on here, like the head and the nav bar. So for now, let's get rid of a load of this. We don't need the nav bar now. That's all coming from Flowershow or other things. And we don't need the footer or the scripts either. We don't need this. I don't think I've got all these images, but okay, I mean, just for now, let's re-indent that. Now, it's still going to go, it's got all this stuff here, which I think is going to go in the nav bar anyway, so let's just get rid of that. Let's go a bit wild. We've got something, I don't really want on-click scroll down. You know, this is about, but okay, we do smooth scrolling anyway. All of these classes are not going to work anyway, and they're going to break things. I haven't got to. I've got all these classes all over the place. It's a bit of a nightmare. But let's have a look. Scroll down, next section. I don't know if I can do find and replace here. I want to do class. I'm going to replace with class name. Let's guess this is going to be replace all. I should probably be strict and do that just in case. Let's replace them all. Okay, so that's been done. Okay, we've got some iframe. I don't know if there's anything else. Class name, video text. I don't know how bad this is. Let's have a look. Not too bad, you know. We've got it's got things like URL, last wrapper, images, site base URL. Let's get rid of this. What the hell is that? It's just background image. Oh, we've got style stuff. Oh. Okay, for now, let's just delete that. Let's get rid of styles like that. Let's see if we can actually even find style equals. Okay, style, let's get rid of it. Okay, yay! There we go. So, okay, now we've got rid of all the styles. Now, this would be a bit of a miracle if this works. Let's find out. Git status. It would be nice actually in Flowershow if we could preview. If we could preview things in Flowershow before we commit. It's not really a feature yet, but it's something I'm really thinking about. It wouldn't be that hard. But right now, we're just going to commit it and see what happens. So let's add index. Let's commit it. We have to commit here. Okay, so we pushed that, and okay, it's working. Yay! So we have a working page. Now, it should probably say something like, either it shouldn't have a title at the top, we should have a hero, and we can do that in a moment. Yeah, let's keep going. I mean, there's a couple of things to do right now. I mean, one is to talk about how the refactoring has gone, but one right now would be to put in a nav bar and sort out this hero section a little bit and sort out images. And this is a point where we really need to do some things in the terminal. We would kind of like to do a global find and replace, which is the kind of thing now I would just use a coding tool for. And we've sorted out the home page, and we have got a basic thing. Bum, bum, bum. Generally, I want to prefix. Yeah, there's a couple of things. So let's go look in here. So something that's going on is this is called static, and my preference for at least Obsidian Digital Gardens, this is actually called assets. And frankly, all of the images would just go at the root of assets rather than, but they can go in images. But when we paste images and papers. I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's something because we saw that in Ubernomics. Let's just go back here. This is in slash images. So really, I would like this to be slash assets images because static was, yeah. So let's do that refactoring. I mean, one refactoring there is let's just git move static to assets, which is what I'd like to call it. And then, yeah, let's try some AI powered renaming. So let's git commit that for now. It's part of refactoring. So extras, yeah, just part of the refactor. Let's do that. Okay, so let's push that. Now let's get into my local machine at this point. I could use Copilot. Maybe we should try Copilot. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really used it yet. So let's see what it will do. Prefer Codex CLI. But let's do the comment. Let's do something a bit more exciting. That refactoring I can do at another point and show how it worked. For now, let's sort out the config JSON so we get a nav bar and a few other like things to make our site a bit nicer. Okay, so personally, I think I actually want to kind of move config.yaml to config.json. So this is a Flowershow thing. I wonder whether it should be called something different, but like flowershow.json or something like that. But for now, let's do that. So config.json, let's open it, and we kind of need to refactor it now. And the thing I want to do now is let's just do Flowershow navbar. Let's just see what it's going to say. How can fit the navigation bar? Great. Okay. So we want like the nav. I don't really have a logo. I guess it'd be nice to have some picture of what do I have at the moment. If I go to my website, I probably don't have a logo up there. I just have some text. So for now, let's just say, it's going to be, I don't have a logo, so I'm just going to title. Okay, great. Let's do that. So let's come here and we can get rid of this. So this needs to be JSON. So this is nav, and we're going to open that. And we've got the title. I mean, do I need to say Rufus Pollock? It's Rufus Pollock online. And I don't need the language code. Why can I not? I'm used to Vim key bindings. Okay. This Google Analytics is going to be useful at some point, so we'll come back to that. Let's have a look. Let's say Flowershow. What I also want to know is I want to search for analytics. Analytics configuration. Okay, let's open this in here. So I just basically said analytics key. Be nice to support other. One of our things on our to-do list is to support other kind of analytics and that, which is kind of easy to do, but we haven't done yet. Always priorities, aren't there? Okay, so I don't seem to have a G4 one, so I need to sort that out. But for now, let's put it like that. This is all irrelevant stuff. I need to think about my permalinks at some point and do redirects. I don't think I'm using taxonomies, but this is useful. This is actually my social link. So I've sorted that out. Let's go to here. let's close this. So I've done my nav bar result. I'm using add navigation links. So okay, so I want links. Let's copy this. Let's put it like this. So I want the links part here. I need to fix that. That's good. They're showing me there's a kind of bug there. Okay, so links. What do I have currently? Oh boy, I have a whole bunch of them. About speaking. Okay, well, let's just for now put like about, and let's put what else do I have? Speaking. I think it's actually broken at the moment, so let's go to consulting. That seems to go to data systems. So let's just do 2 for now, and then let's see what else. I want to put the social links. So let's do this. It's going to have all of this stuff. Add social media links. Great, look at this. Okay, wonderful. So let's add that. So let's have a look. So my social, I've got my GitHub profile. Boom. Okay, so let's take that. I also love to know in the comments, maybe people prefer, I prefer probably YAML. So let's have a look. It's now X, isn't it? Okay. Don't really use that so much anymore, but okay, hey. Let's have a look. LinkedIn. Let's just see if it's got more examples. Complete configuration. I want to know all the social. Like, what are the social links? What are all the social links I can have? Maybe it's here. Be kind of useful to know that. Maybe here we are, social links. Oh man, I'm just gonna guess therefore, but I guess let me just see if I can find linked in. Okay, so it wasn't here, but let's have a linked. Ah, okay, great. So I got LinkedIn. Let's have a look. Let's just keep copying this one. So this one is label. I think the label is LinkedIn, and that's that one. Okay. On LinkedIn. And what we've got YouTube. Okay. We can copy this. Okay. Kind of tedious, but okay. I actually do have a thing on Instagram I don't really use, but let's put it in. Okay. Instagram. Okay, so we are pretty good there. We've got the title, Rufus Pollock. We've got our config. Let's see. Let's look if there are any bugs. This is the one thing I'd like also to fix. Jason is really, really kind of demanding about things. If it's not right, it will really bug us. But it looks okay. It's telling us in green. So I like doing things in VS Code like this. Is that it's will tell me if I'm wrong. So let's have a look. Let's push that and see what happens. get rid of that. Let's have a look at my index page. Okay, yay, it's telling me I want to replace this, obviously, a logo image with my own. And so on, I've got about page. Does that work? Yes. And my consulting page probably. Oh, it actually even works. Okay, great. We've got this. I think these could look a little bit more elegant and a bit better spacing, but we've got the idea. It'd be kind of nice to have them in the footer too. Something to think about. Okay, so I think that's it. We have a roughly working site. I think it would be nice. This said something better. Let's do a last part, which is we're gonna go in Flowershow and let's have a look about hero section. So how to add hero sections. Okay, welcome to my blog. Kind of want the reference page because I think we've improved this. So let's have show hero too. So we want to do this on the index page. Let's go there and let's open index.markdown and let's add at the top. So first we want a title, which is Rufus Pollock. Let's put that. We're going to put show hero. Title is based on hero. So title. What do we want? What do I have on this site? So it's Rufus Pollock. I kind of have a subtitle, just description. Pragmatic utopian. Let's for the moment, even though I don't like this, I want to change this. It's always the danger of refactoring, isn't it? Okay, let's not fix that. So let's just put like pragmatic utopian. Hold on, so working for radical as well. Okay, so let's just put that for now. And kind of be nice to have an image. I don't know what we've got. This version of it has kind of got a black backdrop across the whole page. I don't know quite how we did this. But let's see what the options are on hero sections. So it doesn't really tell me what the options are on hero. Let me see what my options are. So this one is a hero section. So welcome to my blog. That would be the simplest. I want call to action buttons, don't I, here? So let's have a look. What do I have in my old one? Pragmatic utopians. This stuff can all be gone. This is now in the top part. And then we've got call to action. Let's see, call to action. I can add as many as I want, I think. Let's have a look. Let's paste it in. And I've got next section. So I can both reference sections of the page. I don't know if I have an ID next section. Okay, so this is about, the label is about, and then there's data systems consulting. And then the speaking, which I think doesn't work at the moment, but okay, hey. Label speaking. Great, so that can be gone. Wow, as wonderful as that. And I want to see how the buttons appear in the layout. Okay, that's fine. Now let's import an image. So let's add an image. I think there's now different ways to do images, but let's just for the moment. Image. So for now, assets custom. So I think this is in assets. What did we have before? Oh dear, I've now deleted it. You have to look. What did I have in the hero section before? Well, let's just have a look on the site. So let's inspect here. Inspect. Let's have a look. It's probably on the whole hero. It's probably a background image. So let's have a look. Oh yes, very good. Okay, so open new tab. So it was this image here. So images, okay, boom, let's grab that. Let's go back here and we put images in. Okay, now that That should work. Let's have a look. If it does, so this is show hero true. Description, call to action. Also, as cool as this will now show up automatically, by the way, in my SEO. I should also put this probably in my config JSON at some point, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay, git status, git add index, git commit. Let's do that. Add hero section to home page via with Flowershow, with. What I have to say is what I like is it's quite natural. I get it's in the front matter, but yeah, I kind of like this. Something I first saw actually in ViewPress back in the day, which I really liked. And obviously you get the reusability of the information. Let's have a look then. How long? Okay, it's thinking about it. Still, it's got an error. What is its error about? What have I done to it? This all looks valid. Do I need to quote this description? I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe I'm not allowed 3 things in there. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's helpful to know. And we have the page. We need to pick the images. Let's see if it's going to show me it's being slow for the moment. I think it's not syncing quite as fast as I would like. Okay, well, that's that for today. It's got a working website. A lot of the pages need this fixing, which I'll go off and auto do now, but I'm going to leave you there for now on this demo.